I'm going to make a chicken jhalfrezi, which is just about the simplest post-work midweek curry there is. Now, in a restaurant in Britain, it's quite common to get a jhalfrezi. It's quite a watery gravy, but really what it is our answer to wok-style cooking. Jhal means hot and frezi is fried. So put together, it's just a really quick stir-fry of chicken or frankly any leftover meats you've got, roast lamb, roast beef, and then some lovely fresh ingredients that are super easy to sauce. I'm going to get 2 tablespoons of oil to heat on high. I'm going to fry the onions for a few minutes until they start to take on a golden color. When that's taken on beautiful color, just drop in your cubes of ginger garlic paste. Now, I try not to use store-bought ginger garlic paste. It just doesn't have the same punch somehow. You can really hear that sizzling, can't you? And just as that ginger garlic is dissolving into the onion mixture, you want to toss in your spices now. So I'd go for, now it depends on your heat preference, but I'd go for about definitely 2 teaspoons of chili and about a teaspoon of turmeric powder. Give that a good old stir with your spoon, and we're just about ready to get the chicken going now. Look at that color, absolutely beautiful. You should really be able to smell the aroma of the spices. There's a little trick here as well. In case the spices, the masala start getting stuck to the bottom of the pan, just take a kettle or just some hot water that you've got going and pour a little bit in to prevent the spices from sticking. All you've then got to do is just shake it around like this and you should be okay. Next thing to do is to get your chicken going. Now, I've used thigh fillets, not chicken breast, and that's very, very important. I can't stress it enough. Breast chicken I find really flavorless. It's also quite expensive. I find thigh fillets, the big job's done for you, which is deboning the chicken. Slice it up and get it in, and it's enormously flavorful for Indian food. I've got about 900 grams of chicken here, 2 packs. And that should feed a family quite happily, including my children, tomorrow for lunch when they're up again. The other thing is I haven't reduced the heat on this at all, so it's still sizzling away wok style on a really high heat. We let the chicken cook through properly. We don't want to speed up on this bit. The chicken's beautifully brown now, and you can see it's sizzling and just letting off all these amazing juices. So now ready to go in with the peppers first, and they'll saute just for a few more minutes until they soften. They don't have to be completely wilted, just a bit soft. Little trick I use here is to just cover the pan to get the peppers to soften quicker, but you'll have to keep an eye because you don't want anything getting burnt on the bottom. Look at that! Peppers are nice and limp. Not a word I like to use all the time. I'm going to now toss in the tomatoes quickly. Now, what tends to happen is that the chicken tends to give out a bit of water, but that's all right. We can just dry it up by leaving the dish cooking on quite a high heat. Now go in with the salt. I eat far too much salt, so just give it a little taste and add whatever's right for you. If you find your chicken's let off too much water, this is a good time to just swap it over to a bigger hob with a much higher flame, and then just leave it cooking until the water all evaporates. This is also a good time for you to have a swig of wine, by the way. So that's done now. I'm going to move it back to a lower flame. In fact, quite a low flame. We don't want this overcooking or getting burnt. And then all I'm going to do to finish is just stir in half a teaspoon of garam masala. Garam masala always goes in at the end, so you don't get that bitter taste at the beginning. It's lovely. It just cuts through the tomatoes and gives it a really lovely end finish. And that's it. Your chicken jhalfrezi is ready. Then all I'm going to do to finish is spoon that lovely chicken jhalfrezi on the top here. I'm going to break off some sprigs of fresh coriander and literally gently drop them on the top.